Hi, and thanks for joining us for this week's webinar. You may notice that my voice is a little hoarse this week, so hopefully you'll be able to understand everything I'm trying to go over this week. Thanks for joining us, and if you're watching this live, welcome. If you're not and you're joining us on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. This week we're going to talk about Google Slides activities that you can use right away in your classroom. And so what I'm going to do is jump over to my Google Drive folder on Google Slides, and we'll jump in and take a look at what we've got this week. And so as you can see here, I've got a couple of different topics we're going to talk about. One is creating a digital poster with interactive links. And so I'm going to go over this with you so that you can kind of see exactly what we're talking about. This is a cool tool to use. If you're wanting to use something that's interactive that you can post on a website so that kids can click on it and be guided to other content and learn about a topic, digital posters are great. And there are tons of tools out there that can do this same thing. But if you're looking for something simple that you have total control over, using Google Slides as a digital poster is a pretty neat way to do it. So to give you an idea of what's going on here, I do have my slides set up a little bit differently. So kind of going over how I did this. You go to the File menu, and if you click on Page Setup, you can actually customize the way your slides are laid out. For instance, the default is a standard 4:3 ratio. That's in landscape. But what we've done is we clicked on Custom, and I've changed this to an 11 by 8.5 portrait view. And so that causes my, whoops, I got that backwards. Let's take that up again. 8.5 by 11. And so that gives us a portrait view. And and then I laid out my pictures on my slide. And so for instance, each of these little items has a link on it. And so if you right click on any picture, you can hit the linking tool, or if you click on it and go to insert link, then you can choose to add a link here. And what I've done is so that kids can learn about Google Drive and Docs and Sheets and Slides, I created links that take them to a YouTube playlist so that they can learn more about that tool. And so after I'm finished with this, then what I can do is I can go to publish to the web, and I can tell Google that I want to publish this so that, now I've already done this, it says it's already published, so you'll have to click publish and it'll ask for your permissions. But then I'll tell it so that it doesn't actually move through the slideshow, it just stays on one slide. I won't set any of these settings, and then I'll copy this link and I'll make it available in a center or a group activity where there's a Chromebook or a computer set up, so that when they walk up to it, they can just click on the items in the digital poster. And so here's our digital poster. And if they want to learn about any of these items, they can just click on one and it will take them out to the page that they need for, in this instance, Google Sheets. So you can do this with anything. Let's say you're doing a novel with your class and you're covering specific genres of novels. You could have a different genre represented by different pictures on the poster, and you can have the links take them to different examples of that genre, and they can just click on the picture and it would take them where you need them to go. So again, backing up, like I said, just change your page setup, go to publish to the web, and then grab your link, and you'll be good. The other way that you can do this, and we'll show this with some of the other things that we're going to do, is to create a Google site and put your slideshow on it. And so for instance, if I wanted to add this poster to this web page, then I'll just create a page for it on Google Sites. And then on Google Sites, one of the things you can do is insert slides. And you can even have it show you your recent slides, and so I can grab that one, click insert, and it is in portrait format, so I could even resize this so it shows up in the size that I want, so it's a little bit bigger, and so it's already in the size that I want the kids to see. And then of course I can preview that and show you what it looks like, and here again the kids can click on any of these items and it'll take them where they need to go for the topic that they want to learn more about. So that's creating a digital poster with Google Slides. The next one is creating a tutorial. And on creating a tutorial, let's say for instance you want, in like in elementary, I always say in centers, an activity for kids to work on, so that as they move through the centers they can click and go through the activity. But you could even do this with high school and have kids do this on a Chromebook, and that's to turn a Google slideshow into a tutorial so that they can be guided through the tutorial and learn a topic. So like in this case, I created a tutorial on how to create a tutorial using Google Slides. I know, right? So here we click next, and here it talks about why you do a tutorial, and it explains that. Like I said, you can use it in centers. You can also do this in lab stations in science class. They can be viewed on a Chromebook, but they're also great on a tablet or an iPad. And basically what I've done is my navigation wheel is right here. And each of these topics, creating sections, creating buttons, and set up navigation. If you click on these, they'll link directly to the topic. You can learn about that topic and then click home, go to a new topic, learn about that one, and then go back. So you see it's just a navigation set that you're going through. And of course, whenever I put the video on YouTube later today, I'll provide the link to this slideshow so that you can access it if you want to learn more about how to do this. But it's very basic. Like I said, first thing that you want to do is decide what your sections are going to be like. Make sure that you group your information together so it makes sense for the tutorial, and then decide out of your sections how many you'll have, and then you'll need to have a button for each corresponding section. Then you'll create your buttons, and what I've done here in this case, I created buttons using shapes from Google Slides. If you just go up to the insert menu, choose shapes, and then click to drag to make your shape, then you can type inside it. Here I typed in next, and then you can make it bigger, do whatever you need to do. And then the next step that we'll do after creating our buttons on our pages is create the navigation links. Now, just a word about these buttons. Obviously, you want to lay your slides out, your topics out, so that they make sense to you, so that whenever you go to a topic, you can link from the home page to that topic, but also have a button on that topic to link back to the home page, as I've done right here. And so when I'm done with this topic, I can click home. It takes me back to this slide. So now that we've got our buttons set up, we need to create the navigation steps. It's pretty easy to do. You go to your button, and you can either click on the button or highlight the word on the button and click Insert Link in Google Slides. And as you can see here from this little animated GIF, what it does is when you do the Insert Link option, it shows you that you can link to slides in your presentation. And so you just choose which slide in the presentation that button will link to. After you've done that, then you can provide your students with the address to the slideshow, or you can do what we did earlier and publish the slideshow to the web, so that when they open the link, it already takes them straight into the web show, into the tutorial. Or you can publish it to a Google site, as we did in the previous example. The third thing, and this is the last one, and this is in line with what we've been talking about this year with open educational resources. There's this push to find free content on the web that you can use in your curriculum and embed interactives and videos and flash content into your books so that you can use them in the classroom, but also make the books digital so that kids can access them when they need to. And an easy way to do that, I know a lot of people will want to go to Google Docs to do that, but a great way to do that is to use Google Slides to make a PDF ebook. And so what I've done here, just like I did in the previous example, I changed the Google Slides format, page setup, and change it from the standard to a custom. And in this case, I did it as 8.5 by 11. So it's in portrait format. And then lay out the slides like pages in a book. And so in this case, what I did is I made a book that tells how to make a PDF ebook out of Google Slides. And you can put anything that you want to on your slides. Like, don't forget, you can highlight words and click insert and choose link. And you can type a link in. If you don't know the link, you can actually use this search box to search for your links. So I can look for a Wikipedia link on ebooks, for instance, and it will give me one that I can, use, and I can attach that link to my Word. And even after we publish this slideshow as a PDF, those links will still work. I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. I'm going to remove that one for now, though. Remember, you can put pictures in here. Don't forget, you can do image searches and search Google Safe Search to get an image, or you can use images from your drive. And then you can also put videos in here. Now, while the videos won't play right inside the PDF, they will act as a link after you publish your slideshow to a PDF. And so if a student clicks on that image of the video in the PDF, it will open it in a new tab on their browser if they're viewing the PDF through a browser window. And so just lay out your pages with any images, videos, and links that you want. And when you get done, as it says here, you just go to File, choose Download As, and choose PDF. And then it will allow you to save yours as a PDF. And this is the link to the PDF document I'm about to look at. So if you want to look at this on your own, you can use that link. I'll give you a second to write it down. But once you go to that link, it will open the PDF in a browser window, and you can browse through the pages, flip through them, and click on any of the links in it. So let me show you what that looks like. Here's the PDF, and you can, just like I said, scroll through the PDF. It says there are 4 pages. Here we have that video. If I click on it, it takes us to YouTube. That's been happening this week, by the way, a lot. So if you just click on that YouTube link like I just did, it will still take you to YouTube. But as you can see, the links work, and they take you where you need to be. And then, of course, we've got pictures in here. And the other thing that you need to remember is that these pictures, or these PDF documents, can be loaded into Google Play Books or into Amazon Kindle, and so that students can read them through an ebook reader. So, because don't forget, you can read PDFs in an ebook reader. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how you could use an ebook or Google Slides as an ebook and put all your content that you want in there. This reminds me a lot of HyperDocs. A lot of people will use Google Slides as a HyperDoc. This just takes it one step further in publishing it as a PDF that's a little bit more accessible to the kids.